All right. So, the year is 2008, and I am living in New York City, and one of my jobs, as a part-time job, I am working as a professional blogger, which is a job that used to exist. I don't know if some of you are aware of that. I know, that's right. You used to be able to make a living writing for the internet, making little posts on a blog, and you just post things all day long, all week long. You get paid for posts and for engagement and for clicks on your thing and all that. And that's what I was doing in New York, and I was working under the umbrella of what used to be a very large website at that time called Gawker. Gawker.com back in the day was very popular. It was like a gossip and media blog. It was based in New York, but they covered like national stuff. They had a bunch of like little smaller websites underneath it that were very popular, but that worked in very niche audiences. We were so small we didn't actually show up on the masthead that we still worked in their offices. We still published on their publishing platform, and we had a very niche audience. We were very small, and it was a Latino men's interest blog. And me being Mexican, I got hired onto that, and my beat was writing about soccer or football, and also I would post photo galleries of large-breasted women. And I will give you. I know that's right. I'll give you a couple of guesses which one of those beats paid the bills. And all of us who worked on the site eventually we got kind of sick of it, and we went to our editor and we were annoyed by it, and we said, okay. Can we do anything else? Can we do something like interesting? Can we do something more, cerebral? This is not challenging us. And our editor, who was a classic gossip guy, was like, sure, yeah, whatever. Do your stupid thing that no one's going to care about. Do whatever. But just keep doing your real thing. So I did a thing. I started this new series on my own that was about, I was interviewing Latino men in the community, businessmen, people who were successful, who could be like success stories, inspirational to the community, or that kind of thing. I'm very squishy. And I started it with an interview with a friend of mine who was a very successful choreographer who had done all kinds of like stage shows and live theater shows and stuff on TV and that kind of thing. We had a great interview. Put it down, published it to the website. Sure enough, my editor was completely correct. Nothing. Nobody cared. Completely passed by, whatever. Okay, fine. But we were happy about it, and the guy, he's an old friend of mine, we went to high school together, we shared it on our personal Facebook pages. At least our friends liked it. People read it, they commented on it, got a little bit of traction on the website, nothing much. The next day, my buddy calls me in a panic, and he says, I need you to pull the article. I heard from some people who had the Google alerts, and I need you to pull it down. I said, okay, sure, of course, absolutely. You're my friend. I got you. I'll take care of you. Pulled it, didn't think twice about it. Later that afternoon, my boss comes to me and was like, hey, notice you pulled your article. You're not supposed to be doing that. What's going on? I said, don't worry about it. There was a factual error. It's not a big deal. I'm going to republish on Monday. I'm just going to fix it and take care of it later. And my boss goes sniffing. Here's the thing that my friend said that my boss, the gossip columnist, brain-addled person, picked out real quick. My buddy worked for the Miss Universe pageant, which at that point in 2008 was owned and run by a New York real estate developer, a blowhard, a big old comic buffoon who nobody gave a shit about, by the name of Donald Trump. He didn't even have,
Uh-oh.
uh-oh, it's a new one, we can do uh-ohs now. He didn't even have The Apprentice or anything at that point. I'll go quick, don't worry. My buddy mentions in passing, so it's kind of an open secret. Donald Trump picks the winner of the Miss Universe pageant.
Ew.
He walks out on stage, he says, her, and then everyone just says, okay, she's Miss Universe, and they reverse engineer the entire pageant around that.
No.
Everyone knows that. It's not a big deal. I said, who cares? Because who cares? Because it's Donald Trump, who cares? So we put that on the website. Nobody who's read that really cared. It's been online for 24 hours. My editor looks at that, gets furious at me, and he says to me, are you telling me that you had an interview on the record with an employee confirming that Donald Trump rigs the Miss Universe pageant and that wasn't your headline? I was like, of course it wasn't, because I don't care about that guy, and I never will. He gets furious at me. He republishes the story without my consent, takes everything word for word, copy paste, pushes it back in the thing, pushes it back out. Sure enough, with the headline, Miss Universe employee confirms Donald Trump rigs Miss Universe pageant, and then he sends it everywhere. The next day, it is global. It is viral before the term had even been coined. Millions of hits all across the world. CNN, ABC, MSNBC, my interview, my friend, under this spotlight. Needless to say, he was fired. With the Trump organization threatening him with lawsuits and with preventing to keep him from ever working again. Needless to say, I was fired just because I went back to the editorial office and threatened to kick my editor's ass. Donald Trump, with this revelation that went virally global, that he rigs the pageant, as we all know, disappeared from public life forever! Of course, no, he didn't. He was fine. A week later, the gossip went away and nobody really cared. But my friend was out of a job. I was out of a job. And my friend understood that I did what I could. We have not spoken since. And I, in that aftermath, realized I like spotlights just fine. I like these. But when it comes to the uncaring, uncensored globe, you can take it. Someone other than me can have it. I don't need it. I need something more merciful in my life. Thank you.